Hello and welcome to LFC Focus. Liverpool have just beaten Sydney by 3-0 in a post-season friendly, and all in all it was a great way to round off the season. It was a pretty good performance. Liverpool played well, obviously they got those 3 goals, which is very good to see, and as friendlies go, it was actually quite entertaining as well, because the first half almost felt like a competitive match at times in terms of how much the squad was going for it. The second half dropped away a little bit. I think a lot of that was to do with the fact that a lot of first team players made way for some academy youngsters like Conor Randall and players like that coming on, and there were a lot of substitutions throughout the half as well, so it didn't quite have the momentum of the first half. But all in all, a pretty entertaining spectacle. I personally enjoyed watching it. In terms of individual player performances, I'd say that Daniel Sturridge was by far and away the man of the match in that game, because he was creating everything in the first half really in terms of chances on goal. He was getting around the pitch pretty well. He looked fit, he looked in form, and it's a shame really that he's hit fitness and form so late on in the season, because we really could have done with him playing at this level about 2 months ago really. But hopefully if he can keep at this level going into next season, and hopefully if Liverpool can hold on to him, I'm going to do a player focus video on Daniel Sturridge hopefully fairly soon, because I feel like his performances and his future at Liverpool is quite a hot topic at the moment and quite an interesting one to discuss. But it was just good to see him playing well, and he linked up with Firmino well as well, which was great, because Liverpool seemed to be playing the 4-4-2 diamond formation throughout most of the match really, with Firmino and Sturridge partnering each other up front in the first half. They linked up fairly well. The second goal was great from Alberto Moreno as well. It's the kind of thing that whenever I've criticised James Milner this season at Liverpool, Alberto Moreno did the kind of things in this game that I've always wanted from James Milner, which is getting forward a little bit more, just getting into the box and looking to create chances or get goals, and that's exactly what Moreno did for his goal. Made a good run into the box, controlled the ball well, and actually finished incredibly. And you know, it's testament to how good Alberto Moreno actually is going forward, and it's almost a shame really that his defending is just that poor. But whether or not he is going to be at Liverpool next season, I personally am erring on the side of him probably going, because while he has performed well when he has played for those short amounts of times, he hasn't really got much game time, and it doesn't look to me like Jurgen Klopp really seems to trust him. And given that we're also probably going to be looking to bring in a left back during the summer transfer window, whether that's a youngster like Ryan Sessegnon or Robertson from Hull, or a more experienced left back like Mendy from Monaco, it does look like Alberto Moreno is sadly going to see the exit door. But the third goal as well was great, again created by Daniel Sturridge. Again, he just showed that he was a class above all of the defenders for Sydney FC. And then Firmino was just in the right place at the right time really. He didn't know much about it. The goal went in off his knee, but as a striker, those are the positions you need to be in to offer an option to your strike partner, and that's what he was doing. So it kind of looks like Jurgen Klopp next season, given how well this 4-4-2 diamond formation has worked, will probably switch between the 4-3-3 and the 4-4-2 diamond, I think, depending on what players he has available and what opposition we're up against as well. But it is good to see that we've got that extra tactical option, which does seem to be working with the players. It was great to see the legends as well in this game. Gerrard was, in my opinion, the pick of the bunch. He certainly looked like he hasn't been retired for too long. He looked pretty much match fit, and he certainly seemed to be enjoying the game. Jamie Carragher played well. You know, he kept a clean sheet in defence. He passed pretty well, looked quite composed, pretty much exhausted by the time he came off early in the second half though. But again, it was great to see those two back in the Liverpool 11. Daniel Agger looked particularly calm when playing in defence. You know, just seeing him and Matip alongside each other at centre-back was incredible, and really, to be honest, I'd quite like to see that going into next season. But obviously Daniel Agger is sadly retired now, so we won't have him as an option, but hopefully we can get a player like him who's just calm, likes to play the ball out the back, looks chilled out on the ball, and really just complements Joel Matip really well. Steve McManaman, I didn't really see much of him, if I'm honest. He got a few touches, some of them good, some of them not so good. I think it's fairly obvious that he, out of all those players, was the one who had been retired for the longest. He's 42 now, and without wanting to be too rude to Steve McManaman, it showed a little bit in that match. But who cares really, because we were 3-0 up by that point. The second half, like I said, felt like a bit of a formality. The most entertaining part of the second half was actually when a paper aeroplane sort of fell in front of the main camera and held there for a little bit, and I think that says all you need to know really about how entertaining that half was. But all in all, a pretty entertaining game, like I said, as friendlies go, and good to see us round off the season in style. We have obviously scored 10 goals in our last 3 games without reply, which is great to see, and I think builds up everyone's optimism for next season. So I personally can't wait for when pre-season starts for the 17 to 18 season, and we can see all these players playing for Liverpool again and preparing for our Champions League campaign. So that's all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, because there is going to be more post-season content coming on the channel, like the aforementioned Daniel Sturridge player focus articles. There'll be more player focus articles on other players at Liverpool as well, some post-season reviews, some post-season awards, and then obviously eventually build up to pre-season. So stick around for that. Subscribe to the channel if you are new around here, like this video if you enjoyed it, and follow at LFC Focus TV on Twitter. Bye for now.